former Trump campaign manager Corey Lewandowski. His new book about the president is called Let Trump Be Trump. Corey, always a pleasure.
Chris, I had nothing else to do on a Friday night, so I love being with you.
No, it's nice of you to take the opportunity. I haven't spoken to you since the new year. The best to you and the family for 2018.
Same, and same to you and your family, Chris.
All right, let me get your response on this reporting tonight. The allegation that the president's lawyer made a payment to a porn star. I think she goes by Stormy Daniels. Have you ever heard anything about this?
You know, I've only heard what's being reported in the last couple hours, and what I've seen is what the public reports are, which is the White House has said that this was an allegation which was talked about prior to the election that was shot down, and she has said that there's no truth to this. And so I don't know why this is a news story. I do understand that the Wall Street Journal has some type of sourcing on this, that they say that a payment was made, but we've got two individuals, both the White House speaking on behalf of the president and the individual in question who supposedly received a payment, who's saying that there's no truth to the story. So in normal journalism world, you'd have two sources, both prime sources, who the stories are about, who's saying that didn't take place. So I don't understand why it's still a story.
I don't disagree with your skepticism, but you know what makes it a little funky? The outlets, the Wall Street Journal, the New York Post, even Fox News had it on the website or one of its blog sites. Murdoch-owned periodicals, media properties. Why would Murdoch-owned properties go out of their way to do a false story about the President of the United States? They must have vetted it, right? Some editorial staffs must have been consulted and thought it was okay, legal staffs. Why would Murdoch Properties do this if it's that thin?
It's a great question. And, you know, I think as you look back at some of the stories that have been written about this candidate and about this administration, we've seen that there have been factual errors on many occasions from the media outlets. Now, I don't know about this story, but what I do know is that the woman who has supposedly received this money, according to the Wall Street Journal, has now been on the record saying she hasn't received any money. This incident didn't take place. She's a primary source. The person who supposedly made the payment, according to the Wall Street Journal, which would have then been candidate Trump or Mr. Trump back in 2006, through his attorney saying that this never took place.
No,
so
I
don't know where the sourcing comes from.
I got you, but you agree with me. It's a little interesting where it came out, though, isn't it?
No,
a little interesting where it came out.
It's interesting, but I don't understand when you've got two people who supposedly the only two people who know what really took place are both on the record saying it never happened. And if that's the case, I don't know how someone has the ability to write a story.
Because there's some more allegations about the money and some proof of it. But you know what? I guess the answer is going to come from Mr. Murdoch. He's the one who put it out first. It will be very interesting to see how they want to back up this story. All right, let's talk about something that is certainly more important and could not be more real. You know what the president said. Let me ask you, Corey, did you get on the phone and get to the president and say, hey, you can't talk like this. This isn't what America is. We have to be better than this, Mr. President. Did you make that call?
Yeah, I didn't speak to the president yesterday, Chris. I was actually, I was in Washington yesterday, and then I spent some time in Tennessee helping a congresswoman run for the U.S. Senate down there. So I didn't speak to the president yesterday. I didn't speak to the president today. I don't know what was said in the meeting because I wasn't there. And now we've got two U.S. senators, both Republicans.
You know what was said
Chris,
in the meeting.
Chris, here's what we know. Here's what I know. Yeah. We've got two Republican U.S. senators, men who I don't think we are questioning their credibility or their convictions, Tom Cotton, who've said that they didn't hear that conversation take place.
Cotton wasn't sure what he heard. He didn't remember. They're trying to duck it. They want to stay away from it, Corey. They don't want to own this.
Chris,
they want Trump to own it.
We weren't there.
No, but Durbin was there.
I wasn't
and other
there,
people was there. And when the White House was called, Corey, let me tell you what's got my antenna up. One, it sounds just like something he would say. And second, when the White House was contacted, they had an opportunity to back off on this right away, and they didn't. The reporting to CNN was, yeah, look, you know, the words are what they were, and you know what? We think this is going to be okay with the people who support the president, like when he talked about the NFL and he said certain things that were ugly about the people who were protesting. They think, we think they agree, and we're going to be okay. They could have backed off then if they want. Okay. I don't think you want to argue accuracy here.
Well, Chris, I don't know who they spoke to at the White House who said those words. I don't know if they were in the room. But what I have seen is a public statement. Well, look, I saw a public statement from two Republican U.S. senators. Well, I saw a statement from two Republican U.S. senators who were in the room who said they didn't hear that take place.
He didn't say it, or they said they don't remember hearing it? It's a difference, Corey.
Well,
you were in law
they put a
enforcement.
joint.
You know there's a difference.
Yeah, but Chris, they put a joint public statement out. I wasn't there. I don't know if Raj was there. What I know is the president said he didn't say it. 2 Republican U.S. senators who were in the room said they didn't hear it said.
So if
Raj was there and said he heard it
just
said,
making
that's
it
up to Raj, but I wasn't there.
You think Durbin's
Look,
just
here's
making
what I know.
Come on,
You
what
know
a
what I know,
coincidence.
Chris, is
The
that
Democrat
when-
heard it and said he said that and a lot of other ugly stuff, and the Republicans say they're not sure what they heard. Come on.